Hey guys, what's going on? There's Nim Game here, and today I'm going to be playing some God Eater Resurrection. I got this game yesterday for about $50. I got God Eater, I can't speak, Resurrection, and I also got God Eater 2 Rage Burst. They all came together, so I think that was a pretty good deal. I was gonna play God Eater 2 Rage Burst, but then I'm like, you know what? We'll play the first one first. That way, you know what? When it comes to the next game, I'll already know all of the concepts behind it, and I won't be like switching between the two and be like, oh look, I don't have this yet, but I have this in this game. Just avoid my own confusion. Anyways, guys, it's gonna be like live commentating, like I used to do a lot, but I think I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm just going to be doing some not so important missions, and I'm gonna make sure that I can actually talk through all this. And actually going to be talking a lot more than usual, unscripted too, so let's see how it goes. Okay, just getting my team together, and I should be good. Yeah, so I got this game yesterday. I'd been debating on it for a while. I mean, I saw it for PS4, but then I'm like, I'd rather get this game for PC just because, I don't know, it seemed like it'd be a lot more fun in PC. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this game plays out because it has a feel like Monster Hunter, but you know what? I don't think it's as complex as Monster Hunter is. I mean, Monster Hunter still confuses me. I mean, what? Oh, I ran out of stamina. Oh gosh, that was really bad on my part. I ran out of stamina like as soon as I actually got up the staircase. Anyways, just upgrading my weapon, so we're gonna see how this goes, and yeah, it should be pretty fun. Because I noticed I had a bit of a drop off with my weapon for a bit, so I decided, okay, can I upgrade anything? Could upgrade something, so I was pretty happy with that. Anyways, I'm not really sure what I wanted to really talk about. I mean, I haven't really been recording any videos of recently just because I've been kind of busy. Yeah, I had a lot of school stuff. Also, I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft in my free time because new raid came out, but I don't think you guys wanted to watch me wipe 30 times on one boss. Urshok's a nightmare. Well, at least with randoms, I mean. Eventually, we got to the point where we actually understood what we were doing, but the other tank kind of still was a bit problematic, so that was pretty interesting. Yes, I think I need to get like a stamina boost on the scythe. There we go. Pretty easy. But anyways, I've just been playing a lot of Legion of recently, and also trying to enjoy doing stuff because my classes have been a bit hectic. Calculus 2, Computer Science 2, a lot of very fun classes, as I'll say sarcastically. Calculus 2 is alright, but Computer Science, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if the teacher knows what he's teaching half the time. I wouldn't be surprised, though, considering the first day he was like half certain that he was teaching 205, which he's not even allowed to teach. I don't even know why he even was speaking about 205. Anyways, that was a nice and easy mission to do. Going to do a few more. Yeah, but I mean, like, he thought I was teaching data analysis or whatever. I don't even know what he thought it was. I'm like, no, that's the class after this, though. And like, for about probably 10 minutes before I actually brought it up, that's like, this is 202. He was just going on about, like, he's even asking people questions, and they're confused too, because, like, they kind of thought, it's like, okay, is this, like, what the class is supposed to be about? And just, no, you're just confused. So that was pretty interesting to deal with. Yeah, but, I mean, like, week 4 of school so far, so... Actually, no, is it week 4? I don't even know what week it is now. No, wait, it's week 5, jeez. Yeah, I forgot. I'm like trying to, pinpoint what week of school I'm on now, what I'm actually doing in class. Yeah. Anyways, I've just been enjoying relaxing a bit, but, the videos I'm making more recently, I actually have to get a script together for, I actually have to get content for, and also for my last like 20 videos I've pretty much done World of Warcraft, so it's just like I want to do something a little bit more fresh instead of just giving you guys that random, stuff I've been doing. Oh, hi. You know what, there's a way to aim in this game. I should probably use it. Yeah, but anyways, like I said before, I've been playing just all of WoW, I just got this game, so of course I've been also trying to play this game a bit. I just want to relax and chill out for a bit, talk to you guys about random stuff unscripted, and also see if I can actually hold a conversation for a bit. I like this new Scythe for this guy, but I definitely need to improve my stamina because this is really bad. Yeah, just spam shots and I'll be okay, right? But let's see, what do I want to really talk about? I mean, that's the whole thing I'm making this video. I'm like, let's see if I can actually hold a conversation for all. I'll give you guys some random topics to talk about. So recently in life, been pretty relaxed as it always has been. I haven't really done anything too terribly interesting, so a bit boring, but you know what? I'm having fun with it, so that's all that really matters, right? Yeah, I've been hanging out with my friends a lot, which is good because last semester was kind of busy for everyone. No one really had time off around the same time, so we couldn't really talk as much, and that was a little bit stressful and hectic, but it's been going a lot better now. But nothing really too terribly new in my life that's life-changing, Just been stuck doing a lot of computer science. Homework's a bit hectic because going back to me ranting about computer science for essentially this entire video is probably going to be me doing. But yeah, it's just, like I said before, teacher doesn't really know what he's teaching, I don't think. And also, not to mention, and the homework is just, okay, we're going to go over things that we have not reviewed in class, and you're going to do them, and I hope they're done right. I'm just like, I don't even know I'm writing half the time. We had 2 different homework assignments posted 2 different days apart, which I kind of was annoyed because one we had like 5 days to do, and the other one we had 2 days to do. They weren't too terribly hard, but coming from a perspective of this class, with students not really sure what we're supposed to be doing because, like I said before, it's not really taught in the class as much, and I'm not really sure what everyone else's recent computer science experience has been with. I'm taking computer science 202. I took 200 last semester just because I was a little bit behind in my math courses because I was supposed to start up in Calc 1 instead of Calc or Pre-Calc. So I was a bit delayed there, and I could have taken a different class to replace 200 because I was exempt from 201 due to having taken it in high school. So I'm not really sure where everyone else's experience with it was. So that's where it can be a bit troublesome dealing with a few people who are actually, oh gosh, I'm getting destroyed. But people in my situation where, what we took in high school and now we're dealing with it again in class, and it's been forever since we actually did exactly what the class is covering because we all took, 200 or something, or maybe, you have people who are lucky because this is the spring semester, so you probably do have students that are coming out of high school doing this, but still, this teacher's probably not a good teacher to start on, and like I said before, he doesn't really know what he's teaching half the time. But you know what, hopefully it gets better, and hopefully it's not as stressful. I think the first few weeks of it's going to be pretty stressful because it's a 14-week course, and so far we've only done about 2 weeks of it. It's going to be 3rd week tomorrow, and I can't wait, full sarcasm intended. But, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I come back, post another video tomorrow, less stressed out, because this homework's been a bit stressful. It's probably because I also overthink things half the time. I always just, take one thing and then try to think 3 steps ahead of it and end up confusing myself because I can't even get to the second step. But you know what? It's alright. I mean, I love computer science. I love everything that the subject deals with. I just don't really like this class too much. But students are pretty nice, and also I know a couple people, so that's pretty good too. Which, I can't really say about many of the classes I've had before. Yeah. But guys, I mean, don't let this all scare you, me talking bad about computer science. I love the field and all that. Just bad teacher is bad time. I just couldn't really find a time with a good professor, because first of all, I don't really know any of the computer science professors, and also I didn't really feel like doing a whole bunch of research just because I never really do that. But I really wish I did, because this professor is just terrible. Yeah, but guys, I mean, if you guys are actually thinking about the computer science field, it's a good field to go into, but you know what, it's a lot of math and a lot of work, so I'd be careful. There we go. Killed another boss. But yeah, guys, don't let all the math requirements scare you, but good rule of thumb though, if you don't like math whatsoever, or you can't really tolerate math that much, you might want to find a different profession, because computer science, one of the reasons why it deals with such high levels of math is because computer science is a very logical thinking course. I mean, 75% of the field is just logic. I mean, you can say about probably 10% actual knowledge of the code itself, but 75% logic, 10% actual, knowing code and all that, and then another 15% just syntax. I mean, it's not really, because I mean, honestly, you always have time to just be like, okay, I'm going to look over, I'm just going to look over my, Google. Oh, this is the code I need. I mean, it's not like you're going to have to actually remember everything that you're taught, because you're always going to have the internet there to save you, unless, for some reason the internet's down now, and you're having to program everything on your own, which is a bit hectic, but still, there's like thousands of books of just programming in different languages, so, I mean, technically you don't need the internet, you just need to be really good at an index. So there's always opportunities to use it, and there's always opportunities, to get references. It's just very logic intensive, which is why, they require you to take calculus, because math classes are all logic skills. I mean, it's all about remembering how to do something. It's all about, it's just all about remembering how to do stuff. It's all about finishing up everything. It's just a lot of, hectic stuff. I mean, like, okay, get from point A to point B. I'm sorry if I'm rambling on. I mean, like I said before, this is all unscripted. This is just me playing around with the game while trying to talk at the same time. And so I'm going to be talking about 1,000 words a minute like I am currently. Yeah, I can talk pretty fast. This is why I'm not a very good out loud reader, which is why I'm not actually doing Let's Play on this game, because there's a lot of speeches in this game that don't actually have voices behind them. So, you know what, you're not actually, like, listening to them talking, you're going to listen to me talking, unless, you're going to read them, which half the time people are too lazy to read, which I understand. But yeah, I mean, because you're just going to see me reading and be like, okay, blah, 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 and then I'm going to skip 2 lines and be like, oh, wait, what am I even talking about? This doesn't make sense. Rip. I always manage to run out of stamina. Like I said before, I really need to increase my stamina for this guy. But yeah, back to computer science, everyone's favorite subject. I mean, it's a pretty good... Okay, I'm gonna die. Psst. Oh, God. This game hates me. This game literally hates me. I hate that thing with a burning passion. See, I'm already dead. But anyways, guys, if you do enjoy, programming, and you have a desire to actually go in and do all that, I highly recommend doing it. Just make sure that you're very prepared for it. It's going to be a hellish field to start out with, but, after you get more into it, you might end up loving it. Yeah, like I said before, I'm just like talking 1,000 words a minute. I'm probably confusing half of you guys because half the things I'm saying are not really connecting too well. Yeah, but I'm having a pretty good time, you know, just doing this. I mean, it's a lot less stressing, and also I just want to get a video out, so I'm probably gonna end the video soon because there's not too much of me to really talk about right now. I mean, I'm doing fairly well. You know what? Things have been a bit stressful, but I'll be fine. It's just school started up again, so it's like, it'll just take a bit of time to deal with. So please enjoy the remainder of me playing this, because I mean, I'm just like, I mean, I don't really, I'm not gonna get into the exact specifics of computer science because it'll take me like 10 million years to explain. I even need to learn a bit more on it. But yeah, like I said before, the reason why it seems so scary, very logic intensive class, requires high levels of math. Calculus though, you know what, you're going to need to make sure that if you don't know something, you tell someone, because it is not the kind of field that you can literally be like, okay, I don't really know anything today, but I'll be fine, just have to get through this test. No, if you try that, then you are not going to last that long, because calculus is all very cumulative, everything does relate to each other, and it will kill you if you're just trying to slack off, not trying to learn everything in it. So yeah, don't do that. But you know what, eventually everything will be okay. I'll get everything in a bit more, you know, I'll be able to do everything a bit more easier. Like I said before, just teacher kind of sucks for my computer science course. I love my calculus teacher though, he's teaching it fairly well, got an A on my last test. So can't be more happy about that, but computer science haven't had any tests in yet, but according to someone who sat in before, his tests are fairly easy, like the labs are, but just the homework's like 40% of the grade too, and it just doesn't make sense half the time, because sometimes, like, you know what, he's not, you have to read through his things like 30 times. Now I'm gonna die here because I'm trapped inside this thing. But yeah, you have to read through his things like 30 times because you're not actually going to be able to see what he's saying. I mean, like, my last homework assignment, I did very bad on it just because I didn't even know what he was talking about, because, you know, I missed, you know, the overtime pay thing, and it's like, it was something that was very minuscule. Like, I read through that thing like 30 times trying to figure out where exactly he got a different number, and I'm just like, I don't see it. I don't know if anyone else found it. A few people found it, but half the people are probably same thing as me. They're like, I think I got everything, but then they go through and they're like, nope, never mind. Jeez, this mission's hectic. As you can tell, I'm very skilled at this game. Maybe if I actually use my shield, which I should probably look up the control for. But you know what? I'm enjoying this game. It's a bit like Final Fantasy in my opinion. But I mean, I kind of expect that when looking at it. You know, a bit like Monster Hunter as well, except now it's complex because I can't really play Monster Hunter to save my life. And eventually I'll actually get somewhat accurate. Yeah, sorry, I'm like, I've talked a lot recently. The thing I like about this scythe though is actually has pretty good things for getting me ammo. Which means I can actually range these guys. I've been just having a lot of fun, you know, relaxing, playing a bit more WoW again, because I'd stopped playing WoW just because for a while it wasn't really the best, but yeah, like World of Draenor was just a bad expansion. Anyways guys, I'm done ranting about calculus, I'm done ranting about computer science, and I just wanted to get all that out of my system, kind of explain to you guys how that field works, and if you are thinking about becoming a programmer or something, if you want to do game design, you are definitely gonna have to study up on your math. I'm sorry, but it's also a lot more work goes into it than you'd probably think. So I mean, you may be like, oh, I have this great idea for a game. No, you have to see if everything, the technology exists and whatnot for it too, because half the things that you're probably thinking, you know what, sure, everyone else has probably thought of that, but the thing that you don't know is that people have tried doing this, but you know what, the technology isn't there yet and people are trying to develop it. That's kind of the reason why we're so limited on games we can actually make. It's not because, people don't like the idea behind the games, it's just that we don't have the technology to make these games. Yeah, but if you are thinking about going to these fields, definitely step on your math. Don't, if you don't understand something in a class, make sure you're talking to someone about it, because subjects like calculus and whatnot are very hectic if you're not really sure what you're supposed to be doing in the class, because it'll come back to bite you in the butt eventually. I mean, like, calculus is just so cumulative. I keep saying I'm gonna stop ranting about it, but guys, I'm wanting to give you guys a bit of advice on how it all works, and it's like, guys, if you're not prepared for this, you are going to not survive in that degree. I mean, I know so many people have actually left the field after about the first year of actually trying to do it. Like, all my friends, don't actually like calculus that much, or not calculus, but don't actually like the field anymore, just because they saw how much work it all was, and just like, I know, man, it's a lot of work. I've had to deal with this for a while, and jeez, I'm dying so much in this game. And I mean, it's just either it's the math that's bothering them, or it's the not the math, but the logic intensive skills I was talking about before. That could be bothering them, or just they just don't feel the motivation, or they feel like it's just way too complex. It's a lot of stuff to really take in, so I don't blame anyone for really leaving the field so early. It's just, I wish that more people would stay in. I wish they'd also give people more of a warning, because it seems like something that not a lot of people are really too aware of. I mean, they all want to go into this because, we're going to have so many computer science jobs, but I mean, just no one really wants to do all this work that's required in them. Oh gosh. Hopefully I'll be able to finish these bosses off fast, because I have died 3 times in this encounter alone. That is a lot. I mean, in my last encounter I didn't even die at all, and now in this one I've died so many times, used up all the items I had left in my inventory. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. You can watch me faint before I end it, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.